welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing my first video in my college series, or back to school for college students, freshman tips video, whatever you want to call it. So basically this video I'm just going to be giving some generic tips and some like really helpful tips for incoming college freshmen. I know that when I was graduating from high school and I was about to be a freshman, I was on YouTube watching a bunch of videos trying to get advice from people. So that's why I'm gonna sit down and make this video for you guys to just give you some tips and tricks on what to do and what not to do. So first I'm gonna start with the basic tips that like you might hear a lot of people say. You're not gonna believe them, but trust me, you need to believe them. So let's start with be open in college. Be willing to experience new things and be willing to meet new people. Yes, you're gonna be used to doing things your own way. You're gonna be used to how you were in high school, but this is college. Things are different. There's different types of people. There may be more people that you've never encountered before, depending on what type of school you go to, like if it's liberal arts or it's mostly like a science school. So just be open and willing to take in the experience, because college really is going to be a life changer for you. People say it's the best 4 years of your life. For me personally, it has been two of the most eye-opening and like self-actualization years for me. Like I've learned so much in my freshman and sophomore years, so I just want to give you guys tips. So my next tip is to go to all the freshman events and all the little mixers that they throw. You may think they're corny and whack and you don't want to leave your room, you're shy, you're new, but no, trust me, they're giving free stuff. You're gonna meet new people and they're a bunch of fun. Even though they may be corny, like little photo booths and stuff, trust me, it's a lot of fun and everybody's going, everybody's nervous. You're all freshmen, so you're bound to just meet someone and bond with somebody over anything. Who knows? It could be even that you guys both think the event is whack. Like I met one of my first friends in college at an event and we were both really bored, so we just started talking to each other and we had fun. My next tip is to establish a good relationship with your roommate. No, you don't have to be best friends with your roommate, even though it's really nice if you are close friends with your roommate. I've had the same roommate for 2 years and we're really good friends. She's awesome and we just meshed together. You don't have to be friends with your roommate, but you guys should be able to establish rules and be able to talk to each other. You guys want to make sure that you set your ground rules in the beginning of the year, that you know what's okay and what's not okay. If you can have guys sleeping over, if you can use each other's stuff, different things like that. You just need to set the ground rules, because I have seen a lot of fights and a lot of messy things happen because roommates don't communicate to each other. And no, it's not going to be perfect all the time, but you guys can learn to work things out. I've definitely learned to work things out with my roommates. We've had little tiny fights, nothing too big, but we've always resolved them by communicating to each other. And that's why we're still roommates, and hopefully we'll be roommates again next semester. Okay, so let's get into tips for classes. My first advice is, if you're picking your own classes, which I couldn't do during my freshman year, it was already made for me based on my major, I would tell you to go and rate my professor and make sure that you look at your professor's reviews and see if they're a good professor, if they're hard, strict. Sometimes Rate My Professor is very biased, because sometimes students only go on there if the professor has failed them and they don't like the professor personally, but sometimes you'll see a lot of good and helpful things. So it's just good to go and Rate My Professor and see if your professor has a good rating, so that you could know what you're getting yourself into. You should definitely be looking at your syllabus before you go to class. Looking at your syllabus will help you know what you're getting into with the class. It'll also let you know if your textbooks are required or not if you haven't brought them already. It'll definitely tell you in the syllabus the homeworks that you're doing and where in the textbook you can find them. Also, you can get your test dates on your syllabus. You can find when things are due, because professors definitely will tell you the day before that something is due and be like, well, it was on your syllabus, so I didn't think I had to remind you guys way in advance, because you should be reading your syllabus. So you do not want to be that student that's like, what do you mean the test is tomorrow? They mean what they wrote on that syllabus. That's what they mean. Also, another tip is people always tell you not to buy the textbook until you get to class. But no. I'm gonna tell you otherwise, and I don't care what nobody says. For some classes, you know you're gonna need that textbook. So you might as well just buy it during the summer while it's cheap. That's what I do. For all my science and psych classes, I know I need the textbook. So what I do is I go on Chegg, Textbook X, Rent My Textbook, Amazon, and I look for the cheapest one that I can find, and I buy it early because during the first week of classes, everybody's trying to weed out and see if they need the books for the classes. And then you know what happens? They're all sold out, they're on back order, you have a homework assignment that's due, and what? You can't do it because you don't have the textbook. I see this happen to people all the time, and I just be like, I got my textbooks in like July. But yeah, so don't wait, guys. Get your textbooks. It's for classes that you know you're gonna need them. Classes like English and like maybe art, you know you might get away with not having your textbook, but you know you're gonna need your textbook in chemistry. You know you're gonna need your textbook in psych. So get it. Professors are helpful with notes and they try to help you out, but they're not gonna track you down. So please go to your professor's office hours. This is my next tips. Make good relationships with your professors, because trust me, there has been times when I've missed more than amount of classes that I was supposed to, or I needed extra help, and I've gone to my professors and they've been more than willing to help me. But if you just sit in the back of the class and you act like you don't belong there, you're on Facebook on your Mac, they're not gonna help you. They don't care if you're doing bad, if you don't care that you're doing bad. So go see your professors. Also, make sure you guys take your behind to class. I know that I hate when I see people telling freshmen, you don't have to go to class, your professors don't care. Trust me. The days you don't go to class, your professors are probably giving extra credit. They're probably giving test hints. They're giving all types of stuff that you're missing out on because you didn't go to class. There's been so many times when I've gone to class and barely anybody went. So the professor's like, okay, plus 10 on your next exam. Plus 10 on your next exam? Do you know how beautiful that is? Plus 10 could have saved you from failing. So guys, go to your classes as much as you can. You're paying for these classes, so you might as well go. This ain't high school anymore. It's not free. It is a lot of money. Another personal tip that I would tell you guys is to take naps during the day. Naps save my life, especially when I have a long day like 8:30 to 8 o'clock, because like science labs are 8:30 in the morning and psych classes are night classes. You have to take naps in between to keep yourself awake and alert and ready to learn. Also, if you don't think that you want to go to your professors for help because you're that shy, definitely utilize your ARC or tutoring center, whatever you guys call it in your college. Definitely go get help. Don't be ashamed to go to the ARC. I practically live there because I need people to read over my papers and make sure that they're perfect. I need people to help me with my math, and I'm not ashamed because I'm still getting A's, and as long as I'm getting the help that I need and I'm passing my classes and I'm doing good, it doesn't matter if you went to the ARC to get the A or not, as long as you get it. So guys, this is in high school. Utilize the tutoring, because if you fail, you're gonna have to retake the class in order to move on to the next class, and you're gonna have to pay all of this money again, and it is not cheap. It is not cheap. It is not cheap. No, it's not cheap at all. So let's see, what else? Majors. Let's talk about majors real quick. So don't be afraid to be undecided your freshman year. Don't be afraid to switch your major your freshman year. That's what your freshman year is about. Seeing what you like, seeing what you don't like, learning different fields. I went in as a bio major, figured out that I don't really like that at all. I don't know. It's not that I don't like it. I just like psych more. So now I'm more focused on psych with a minor in general science. So like, don't be discouraged if you go in as a bio major or a psych major or even an art major and you find out that you don't like it at all, because this is what college is for. It's for you to find yourself. It's for you to see what you like, what your passions really are. So don't be afraid to change your major. Just make sure you're doing it your freshman year. Don't wait till your junior year when it's too late and you're gonna have to like spend an extra year in college because you didn't take the core requirements for the major that you're switching to. So figure this out. Take your time. Enjoy your freshman year. You know? You're getting me? You're catching me? You're catching me? Let's talk about boys real quick. I know that's going to be a hot topic for you guys. And girls, let me just tell you this right now. Boys are still what I just said. They're boys. They're not that different from the high school boys you're seeing. I don't know why girls go into college thinking that the boys are going to be so much different. No, they're only a year older. They're still the same. Just be aware of that. Be aware. Don't put your all into something when he's totally not into it. Just know what you're doing. Know what you want. If you want to go be the party girl, be the party girl. If you want the relationship, don't try to force it, because this is college. You should be having fun. You should be chilling. You shouldn't be looking for your husband, okay? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But please, please, this is a pet peeve of mine. Do not go doing boys' laundry. Do not fold their clothes. Do not shine their shoes just to get some attention, because what is he going to do for you? What is he doing for you? Is he doing your laundry in return? No. It's not going to make him like you anymore. It's not going to make you like you anymore. You could have been using that time to study or have fun for yourself. So, girls, let's keep our self-worth, keep our dignity, have fun, maybe find a man. If not, who cares? You don't need one at the moment. It'll come when it's supposed to come. And yeah. Another tip is to meet with your advisors. Totally meet with your advisors and make sure that you know the core curriculum for what it takes for you to graduate from your college. You need to be on top of that, because sometimes your advisors and whoever, they're not going to notify you and tell you that you're behind. Sometimes they forget. Sometimes something slipped through the cracks. So you need to be on top of your own self. This is college. You need to get through. You want to be out in 4 years, so be proactive. A studying tip is to make sure you find out early on if you are able to study by yourself or if you need to study in groups. Which one works better for you? For me personally, I like to study by myself. I cannot focus when I'm studying in groups. They often go off topic or they're just not beneficial to me, because I usually end up knowing more or the same amount as the people who are in the study group. So it's not helping me at all. So I like to be by myself, in my room by myself, or I go to a lounge by myself. When I go to the library, there's too many people around, too many distractions. I just like to be by myself so I can keep focused and stuff. But all in all, just have fun. College is fun. Freshman year is so fun. You meet so many awesome people. You see a bunch of cute guys. You just have so much fun. You go to parties. You drink a little, but not too much. Don't get crazy. And you just experience a bunch of new things. And also, if you really love to learn, that'll be an added bonus, because learning in college is different than learning in high school. While you're also very much teaching yourself a lot of stuff, your professors are also very enlightened and they know a lot about their field. I've had some really amazing professors who have taught me so much, and I'm so thankful for the knowledge that they have given me. So just don't take college for granted. Actually go there, have fun, learn, be productive, and just enjoy your freshman year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more comments, comment down below. I'm gonna have a video on 15 must-have dorm things and dorming tips. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Bye, Glammies.